Welcome to the Hollywood Secrets Information. In this video, we are diving into 15 criminally underrated 1990s cartoons that ended way too soon. Shows that were ahead of their time, darker than you remember, funnier than they had any right to be, and, in some cases, canceled just when they were reaching their peak. Some of these cartoons built cult followings. Some are buried by network politics, and a few were simply too bold, too weird, or too intelligent for their era. If you grew up in the 90s, this video is about to unlock memories you didn't even know you still had. And trust me, number 8 and number 11 are the most shocking cancellations on this list. So make sure you stay till the end, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more hidden Hollywood stories you won't hear anywhere else. Now, let's rewind to the golden age of 90s animation. 1. SWAT Cats, The Radical Squadron, 1993 to 1995. This high-octane action series followed two X-Fighter pilots turned vigilante heroes defending Megacat City in a fully weaponized jet. What made SWAT Cat stand out wasn't just its explosive aerial combat, but its surprisingly mature storytelling and cinematic animation quality. At a time when most cartoons leaned heavily into slapstick, this series felt closer to an animated action movie. It had layered villains, dramatic tension, and intense stakes that made kids feel like they were watching something grown up. Despite strong ratings and a passionate fan base, production costs were high and network executives worried about its violent tone. Just when the mythology was expanding and characters were developing deeper arcs, it was abruptly canceled. Today, it remains one of the most demanded reboots in animation history, proof that it ended long before it deserved to. 2. The Pirates of Dark Water, 1991 to 1993. This fantasy epic was unlike anything else on television at the time. With serialized storytelling, a mysterious dark substance consuming the world, and a band of heroes on a quest to save their planet, the show felt more like an animated Lord of the Rings than a Saturday morning cartoon. The world building was ambitious, filled with unique creatures, political intrigue, and emotional depth rarely seen in kids' programming. But here's the heartbreaking part. The story was never finished. The series ended on a cliffhanger, leaving fans without closure. Budget constraints and expensive animation production ultimately led to its cancellation. Decades later, fans still campaign for its revival or conclusion, proving that its rich storytelling left a lasting impact far beyond its short run. 3. Gargoyles, 1994 to 1997. Dark, intelligent, and emotionally complex, Gargoyles pushed the boundaries of what animated television could accomplish. The story of ancient warriors awakened in modern-day, New York blended Shakespearean drama with superhero storytelling. It dealt with betrayal, prejudice, redemption, and moral ambiguity, themes rarely explored so deeply in children's animation. The character arcs were serialized and mature, making viewers emotionally invested in every episode. However, creative conflicts and changes behind the scenes led to a third season that felt disconnected from the original vision. While technically it had 3 seasons, many fans believe the show truly ended when its original creators lost control. It deserved a longer run under its original direction, and its cult following today proves how ahead of its time it truly was. 4. Reboot, 1994 to 2001 original run. Long before CGI animation became mainstream, Reboot was pioneering computer-generated television. Set inside a digital world within a computer system, it followed characters fighting against viruses and system crashes. What started as a light sci-fi adventure gradually evolved into darker, serialized storytelling that shocked audiences. The tone matured dramatically in later seasons, taking risks few animated shows dared to attempt. Yet inconsistent scheduling and production challenges disrupted its momentum. When it ended, fans were left confused and wanting more. Its legacy is undeniable. It helped shape the future of CGI television, but it never received the consistent platform it needed to reach its full potential. 5. The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest, 1996 to 1997. A modern reboot of a classic franchise, this series blended traditional animation with early CGI sequences to create immersive virtual reality adventures. It attempted to update the 1960s hero for a 90s audience with deeper character dynamics and serialized storytelling. The action sequences were cinematic, and the show tried to balance nostalgia with innovation. However, shifting animation styles between seasons and network indecision weakened its consistency. Despite solid storytelling and ambitious ideas, it was quietly discontinued. Many fans believe it was just beginning to find its rhythm when it vanished from screens, making it one of the decade's most overlooked action cartoons. 6. Exo Squad, 1993 to 1994. Exo Squad dared to tell a war story in animated form, and not a simplified one. It featured political conflict, moral dilemmas, character deaths, and long-term consequences. The sci-fi military narrative tackled themes like discrimination, loyalty, and sacrifice with surprising maturity. Instead of resetting each episode, events carried forward, making the world feel real and evolving. Unfortunately, toy sales didn't meet expectations, and without strong merchandising numbers, the network lost interest. It ended before its expansive storyline could fully unfold. Today, many consider it one of the smartest animated series of the 90s, a show that was simply too sophisticated for its time slot. 7. Freakazoid, 1995 to 1997. Completely chaotic, wildly self-aware, and bursting with absurd humor. Freakazoid was unlike any superhero cartoon before or since. It broke the fourth wall constantly, mocked its own storylines, and embraced randomness in a way that modern audiences now love. But in the 90s, its surreal style confused executives who didn't know how to market it. Ratings were inconsistent, and the show struggled to find stability. Yet over time, it developed a cult following for its clever writing and fearless creativity. It was canceled just as its humor began resonating more strongly with audiences, leaving fans wondering what more madness it could have delivered. 8. Batman Beyond, 1999 to 2001. This one still shocks fans. Set in a futuristic Gotham, Batman Beyond introduced a teenage successor to Bruce Wayne under the guidance of an aging Dark Knight. Many expected it to fail, but instead, it became a critical and fan favorite. It explored legacy, technology, generational conflict, and identity in powerful ways. The cyberpunk atmosphere and emotional storytelling gave the Batman mythos new depth. Yet despite strong popularity and a growing universe, it was canceled to make room for other projects. Fans were stunned. It felt like the show was just entering its creative prime. Even today, many argue it deserved far more seasons, making its cancellation one of the most surprising decisions in animated television history. 9. Mission Hill, 1999 to 2002. Mission Hill offered a grounded, mature take on young adult life in the city. With stylish animation and realistic characters navigating creative struggles, relationships, and ambition, it connected deeply with older teens and young adults. Unfortunately, inconsistent scheduling and limited promotion led to low ratings. Several episodes didn't even air during its original run. Yet those who discovered it praised its authenticity and witty dialogue. It was intelligent, relatable, and emotionally sincere, perhaps too subtle for the loud cartoon landscape of the 90s. Its early cancellation left the narrative arc unfinished, and fans still consider it a hidden gem that never got its proper spotlight. 10. The Critic, 1994 to 1995. Following the life of a sarcastic film critic navigating Hollywood absurdity, The Critic delivered sharp satire and biting industry commentary. It cleverly skewered celebrity culture and blockbuster filmmaking long before social media made such critiques mainstream. However, network changes and shifting time slots disrupted its audience growth. Despite critical praise and strong writing, it struggled to maintain consistent ratings. When it was canceled, many felt it had barely scratched the surface of its comedic potential. Today, it's remembered as one of the smartest animated comedies of its era, a show that deserved more seasons to refine its cultural commentary. 11. Symbionic Titan, while technically released later, its creative roots and storytelling spirit were deeply inspired by 90s action animation, and its cancellation remained shocking. The show blended high school drama with giant robot battles and emotional storytelling. It built a compelling mythology and strong character arcs, setting up a much larger narrative. Despite critical acclaim, it was canceled reportedly due to merchandising issues rather than ratings. That revelation stunned fans. A series praised for creativity was ended over toy sales. It remains one of the most frustrating examples of business decisions cutting short artistic vision, echoing the same fate many 90s classics faced. 12. Darkwing Duck, 1991 to 1992, a superhero parody packed with clever wordplay and dynamic villains. Darkwing Duck balanced comedy with action effortlessly. Its rogues gallery was imaginative, and its humor worked for both kids and adults. While it enjoyed popularity, it ended earlier than many fans expected, leaving potential stories unexplored. Its blend of satire and genuine heroism influenced later animated series, and its cult following remained strong. Many believe it could have expanded into an even richer universe had it continued longer. 13. The Tick, 1994 to 1996. Absurd, philosophical, and hilariously over the top, The Tick parroted superhero tropes while delivering surprisingly intelligent humor. Its bizarre villains and exaggerated storytelling made it unforgettable, but its unconventional tone limited mainstream appeal at the time. Ratings struggled, and it was cut short despite critical praise. Over the years, its reputation has grown, proving that sometimes audiences just need time to appreciate brilliance. 14. Godzilla, the series, 1998 to 2000. Serving as a continuation of the 1998 film, this animated series improved dramatically on its source material. It expanded the monster universe, introduced strategic military elements, and created ongoing story arcs. Fans appreciated its more respectful take on the legendary creature. Yet it ended after just 2 seasons, even as it was building stronger storytelling momentum. Many believe it redeemed the franchise's reputation, but didn't get enough time to fully flourish. 15. Aladdin, the series, 1994 to 1995. expanding the magical world introduced in the Disney film. This series delivered adventurous stories, new villains, and deeper character relationships. It maintained high animation quality and strong voice performances. However, despite popularity, it concluded relatively quickly, leaving fans wanting more tales from Agrabah. Its ability to expand a beloved universe while maintaining charm made it a standout, and its short lifespan makes it one of the decade's most bittersweet endings. These cartoons weren't just shows. They were childhood memories, creative risks, and bold experiments that shaped a generation. Some were victims of budget cuts. Some fell to merchandising demands. And others were simply too innovative for their era. But one thing is certain, they all deserved more time. If this list brought back memories, comment below which one shocked you the most, especially number 8 and number 11. And if you want more deep dives into forgotten Hollywood history, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the best shows are the ones that ended too soon.